Well, hello everybody. This is Game Miracle, and today we are finally going to finish up the final part of the story quest of the Windblume's Breath. So, if you remember from the last video, we were doing the last few bits that were needed to be done. We already checking with the other characters that were left, Rosaria, Mona, and I think Timeos. So yeah, Timeos almost like fall from a Starnatch cliff because the person that he likes, well, he wanted to get something for that person, and he almost fell off it. If it wasn't for Rosaria, um, well, we all know what will have happened. But no, and also we finally oh boy, we finally got back. We got every character that was going to participate, given their opinions on how they could solve the riddle. So last thing we did was also that we check on Sucrose and Coley. They set the they set the mailbox, and we are now ready to check out how um how the mail is doing. What else is there to highlight from the previous video? Well, I guess that was it. I think that the last video was quite short, but doesn't matter. So let's go. Also, I believe that the breeze, well, this thing, the thing where you have to play music. I guess I will also make a separate video. I'm trying to play this, so yeah, hope you enjoy that. All right, so let's go and let's see what these people got to say. And yes, here they are. Sucrose and Cole are here to check on the thing. Oh, where did the mailbox go? It's just a bulletin board. It looks so cool, the mailbox. Come on. Wow. It's disappointing, to be honest. Another thing. But whatever, I guess we are here. Let's not complain and see how this story unwraps. Hi.
Hey, we're here! Traveler, Paimon, great timing. We got a lot of letters in the mailbox, and I just finished sorting them into 4 groups. Nice work! Well, the real work hasn't even started yet. Which batch of letters should we read through first?
Oh no, don't tell me there is going to be Wreath. Okay, joy above the clouds. Ah, yes, I have to do Wreath. I hope that this is short. These are short. I really hope that these are short. Okay, what is it, Cole?
Hey, we're here!
Oh, they said the same
Traveler,
thing.
Paimon, great timing. We got a lot of letters in the
Oh,
mailbox,
it is the
and
same
I
thing.
just finished
She
sorting them
didn't
into
even
4
spoke in
groups.
this. Ah,
Nice work! Well, the
I
real
don't want
work
to
hasn't even
skip this
started yet.
because no, that will be wrong.
Which batch of letters should we read through first?
Ah, hmm, Clue board. Okay, read about a flower that is not of this world. A guide will never get lost. One who would never lie, and a ledger that never ends. Alright, I think that we should go in order. So, a flower that is not of this world. Okay, let us read first Tagnaris. Why not? Uh-huh. It wasn't. It is going to be quite much of read. Okay, after our conversation the other day, I went over the prophecy's wording carefully. A flower that is not of this world sounds more like a logical paradox. Think about it. If a flower is not of this world, it's extinct. What? Oh, existence! Existence cannot be perceived. However, if it can be perceived, it will not fit the description of the prophecy. As such, my view is that the riddle's answer doesn't have to be a real plant. However, it must also note, with all due respect, that the person who came up with this riddle may not know of plants in the world, and I dare say that no one could make such claim. From this perspective, you could even think of some rare plant as a potential candidates for the answer. That can be true. I mean, it could be like the Windblume, right? That the Windblume is not a flower, that it's something that you can pick, or it's something that you can pick, but in a whole different meaning. That is okay. Okay, Albedo's leather. A flower that is not of this world. Doesn't sound like an existing species or something created through specialized cultivation techniques. With that noted, I believe we should think out of the box. After reviewing what I've learned over the years and also came to discuss her thoughts with me, and Sucrose also came to discuss her thoughts with me, she hasn't yet decided on an answer at the moment of me writing this letter, so I won't be revealing my own conclusions right now. We can discuss it in detail when we meet, and I hope everything else will bring their respective answers too. See you then. Alright, and Zuko. It feels strange to insert a letter into the mailbox I made myself, but I did not find my answer. At first, I thought that a flower created using alchemy would constitute one that is not of this world, according to the prophecy, but after giving it some more thought, I realized that instead of creating one actual plant, a flower-shaped mechanism made of alchemy products may fit the description better. So I arrived at the conclusion, a clock in the shape of flower. Wow, the long passage of life brushes past day. Oh, okay, so there was more? Shape of flower. The long passage of the bruises past the time place, leaving fluttering petals in its wake. The elapsing years stir up the leaves, pushing the needle of time forward. Okay, so that's so that was the thing. Why did I didn't know? Whatever. Attached is a list of a rare plant species. I added a short description to each entry, and I hope you can find the answer within them. Best wishes to you. I guess Albedo, yeah. See you soon. Yeah. Okay, read other letters. Okay, someone that get lost. A guy, I mean. Okay, let's start with Amber. Guide is to grant a little for me, but I love to be everyone's favorite. It's something I think I'm good at, and I am attentive listener. So do let me know when you feel lost. To use an analogy, I like a torch out. I meant like a torch out in the world that will help illuminate everyone's path so long as it continues to burn bright. Everything written below is not meant for Kole. Dear Kole, if you're reading this, please turn off. Oh god. I've been worried about Kole lately. She's recovered from the illness, but she still doesn't look at all that cheerful. It feels like she still has things she can let go of. Allow me to write down my wish here. I hope that Kole can uncover the secret beyond the prophecy and find her happiness. Wherever she is and whoever she becomes, I'll always be her friend, no matter what. We're not the savior and the saved. We are simply good friends. That's one way to put it, and that's true to be honest. Because, I mean, even though she saved her from the Elasar and then whatever the Fatui did to her, um, it is quite important to note that they are friends. Like, they are no stranger to each other. They have like been writing letters, trying to hang out, and much more. So it makes sense and to like not being seen as the savior and the saved. And yes, they're in good terms. It's not like again, it's not like they're strangers to each other. But Kole has a different and very complex way of thinking in this moment. All right, so let's read Mona's letter. Mona. No, no one can confidently say that they will never get lost, but as long as their wish to guide and help others does not waver, they will become a ship that can traverse the waves eternally. I didn't perform a divination before writing this letter, but I have a feeling that I will witness the truth behind the prophecy together with you all. So if you need one, just call me at my place. I'll be right there. Alright, yes, that wasn't as deep as and, and other stuff that I was expecting, but okay. Alright, who's next? Bennett or Mika? Let's go with Mika. Okay, I hope this letter finds you all well. I didn't expect to be asked such a question, which caused quite a headache at first. I only know how to guide people in the geological sense, but on the journey of life, I'm still the lost kid who needs the guidance of others. But upon seeing your question, I immediately knew what I can help with. I tried drawing a map showing distribution for Mr. Tagnari and Miss Colley, as well as a dragon spotting calendar for Mr. Sino. Both are attached below. In the next few days, I will need to patrol with the captain and draw maps for Mrs. Lisa, so I can only support you with my well wishes. My apologies. Please forgive me. I hope the map and the list will be of some help to you. Alright? And Bennett. Well, of course. I mean, they're supposed to like go out in the wild and everything. Alright, last one from this. Bennett. I've been thinking about this for a long time. Before you came with me with this prophecy, it never crossed my mind that I could be a part of this. Well, as you all know, I'm probably the last person you think of when it comes to guiding others. I still have a long way to go, and I'm still trying to figure out how to peacefully coexist with everyone in the world. But if you're asking me who can be of help, my friend Fisher and her friend Mona, the astrologists, are both very knowledgeable and brave. I'd say they're probably the ones you're looking for. And that's my answer. Wishing you all good luck. Well, that didn't came up with a very good with good help. I guess that everyone is wishing us like good luck. It's giving us like their best rewards. So I guess that's one way to put it. All right, everyone else is done. So the next one who will never lie. That would be Sino, Rosaria, and Razor. So let's start with Sino. You are correct to assume that seldom I seldom lie. This has to do with my upbringing. As a desert dweller who has been living within the academy since my childhood, my usual identity makes it hard for others to trust me, and it would have been harder still if I was not honest. As a result, I learned to talk less and speak no more than what is necessary. Uncovering the secrets behind the prophecy may come with its perils. If you need someone who will never lie, I can join you. Alright, that's one. Then Razor. Of course, Razor was going to be short. I asked my teacher, Lisa, to write this letter. It's much better than the ones I wrote. Many thanks. I don't lie. I trust you. Come to me when you need me. I will always be there for you. Razor. Well, that is reassuring. Nice. Okay, Rosaria's letter. Okay, I must make one thing clear first. I'm not someone who would never lie. After hearing your question, I thought about many things in the past in earnest and recall many occasions upon which I lied. I often make up excuses to avoid chore practice. I also tell white lies too, sometimes to make myself happy, and other times to allow myself to give up on some struggles. The nicest lie I've ever come with is the one I told Barca, that I didn't want to stay in Mondstadt. Barca responded with another lie, and that was his advice to me. Your current abilities are not suited to the life beyond Mondstadt borders. I, I can't be the answer to this question, but I suggest that you consider what never lying actually means. Does it mean to never deceive or to never lie with ill intent? It's a pity that I'm not the one you're looking for, but I believe that someone who meets the requirements will turn out good luck. Will turn up. Good luck, Rosario. Alright. And the last one. Well, at least the last thing of these letters. A legend that never ends. Okay, let's start with Klee. Yeah. Mom writes travel guides, but she did have friends who wrote fairy tales. So Klee's heard that a story its author spends their whole life writing will always be a good one. Klee. I think a legend that never ends should be a story filled with hopes and dreams. It works like a baton that passes on from one person to the next, offering something meaningful to everyone that it touches. I was once greatly encouraged by such stories, so I think I'll be going with this answer. And Lisa's letter. Legends were created by humans. In that sense, no legend endures forever, and all stories must end in regret someday. But as long as a good story lives in people's hearts, it doesn't it does in some ways live on forever. That's the conclusion I came to after years of reading. Anyways, best of luck, little cuties. Well, thank you, and well, that's it. Now we have to make our minds and see whom came with the best solution that is. Okay, then talk to Sucrose again.
Let me quickly summarize what we found out about a flower that is not of this world. Tainari believes that on closer examination it might be logically paradoxal, while Albedo says that his answer would be better discussed at length in person. As for my answer, I think a clock in the shape of a flower would constitute one that is not of this world.
Here's what we've gathered regarding a guide who will never get lost. Mona said that she'd like to join us in uncovering the secret behind the prophecy, while Bennett suggests Fischl, Mona, or the Traveler as potential candidates. Mika didn't submit much, but he did draw a vegetation map for Master Tainari and wrote up a dragon spotting calendar for Saito. Amber also wrote in. She said that she sees herself as nobody's guide, but everybody's friend.
As for one who would never lie, Rosaria removed herself from consideration, but both Razor and Sino are willing to support us in our search. Timaeus seems to have forgotten to write to us.
And finally, this is what we've gathered on a legend that never ends. Klee said that her mom has a number of friends who like to write storybooks. Lisa believes that legends live forever in people's hearts. I think that for a legend to be never-ending, it has to be filled with hopes and dreams, and actively passed from one person to the next.
So, what are the answers to the 4 riddles then?
You're really smart, Paimon. I bet you can figure it all out in no time.
Or let's all share our thoughts on what we think the answers might be.
True. So now we have to think. Are we going to collect our thoughts then? Like when we did with
But wait! Wait for me!
Oh.
Oh, Timaeus, what brings you here?
Oh, it is Timaeus, huh? I thought that we were going to like make our summary with the. I thought it was going to be that other like, even though it was like quite annoying at first. No, at some point it was at some point because it was so much like this. It was so much thinking that about the Samsara and the Sub-Zero's festival thing. I mean, it was quite like unique and also interesting how they put that out. But at some point, I really like dislike it. I find it like quite frustrating and infuriating when because nothing came out as a solution. We were trying everything, and I was desperate to just get out of the place. Ah, I know, and also that the fact that I was trying to do everything in just one sit through was really also annoying. So I guess that's why. But I was expecting that to like make that assumption as again that like thing to process every thought, like coming up with every single thing that may or may not be connected, and much more else. But here is Timaeus, so he may be in to deliver his letter.
I'm sorry, I really am. The time just got away from me and I didn't get around to writing that letter. However, I'm happy to announce that I think I can be the one who would never lie.
Huh? This is kinda sudden. Not that we don't trust you, Timaeus, but, could you elaborate a little after you catch your breath?
That makes sense, yeah, because he just gave me like you, he just gets himself into our train of thought, and then I don't know, and the fact that he even came like very like agitated and much more. Oh, but yeah, let's hear his thoughts. Why are you that person? I mean, what is your evidence? To be honest.
Of course, of course. Do you still remember the time I, collaborated with a certain Miss Ying R?
Yes, I rings a bell.
Well, basically, she helped me out a lot with my research into potion making once, and, well, we've stayed in touch through letters ever since.
Wait, so Ying-Er is the girl from Lila that Sucrose mentioned earlier? We always assumed you were hard at work every time we saw you at the crafting bench. So you've just been writing letters to Ying-Er the whole time?
No, well, I mean, not all the time. I've done some work too. And anyway, our correspondence covers a lot of serious topics, like perfumes, potions, alchemy. Anyway, a few months ago, I made a vow to the heavens that I will be true to myself and never utter an insincere word until the day that I've managed to win Miss Ying-R's heart.
So, at Star Snatch Cliff, you were picking Cecilia's as a gift for Ying-Er?
Well, that's right. The Cecilia flower is said to represent a once wayward heart transformed by the power of love. I couldn't think of a better flower to give than that. I know full well that Miss Ying-R is far more knowledgeable than I in both the ways of the world and the ways of our craft, but I thought I should make the effort for once and put myself out there. Which brings me to the subject of the last few days and the Windblume Festival. I thought it was time for me to invite Miss Ying-R to Mondstadt. But yesterday, Albedo told me that Sucrose has been working hard to help another girl achieve her dream.
Huh?
Oh yeah. Say that out loud. Oh no, why though? Whatever. But yeah, he's not lying.
And when I went to take a look at our roster, I saw that she'd done my remaining work for me. I feel incredibly guilty. I've been spending all of my time in my own fantasy world while everyone else has been bending over backwards to help other people. How could I ever hope to be worthy of Miss Yingar's love if I'm so selfish?
Oh, Timaeus.
And that's why I've decided to join you.
But then what about Yingar?
Yeah. Haven't you been planning this for over a month now? You said you were gonna invite her to Mondstadt.
Well, yes, I did mention in my letters that I'd like her to visit, which is why I just sent her another gift with my hand-picked Windblooms, along with a handwritten letter. I explained that a matter of great importance has presented itself to which I must devote my full attention for the time being. As soon as it's resolved, I'll make haste to Liyue to pick her up in person. I made sure to package the gift and letter with the greatest care. All I can do now is hope that she'll understand. Point being, please know that I sincerely want to support you in this endeavor. Plus, I think I'm an honest person. As far as I recall, I don't think I've told a single lie in my life.
Well, you certainly convinced Paimon with that speech. Don't worry, Timaeus. We won't let your determination go to waste.
Thank you, Timaeus.
Ah, thank you, everyone. I promise to do everything I can to help.
Okay, so it looks like we found our one who would never lie.
Great! Let's keep it up. On to the other three. Okay, Paimon will do the honors. Ahem. We have with us here the flower, the guide, the legend, and Timaeus.
Huh? Why did you only say Timaeus' name? You should say my name, too.
You should say my name. Well, it's different because you guys are all part of the prophecy. But Timaeus, I don't know.
All right. We also have Klee.
That's me! With Klee here, this all somehow feels like we're getting ready for a field trip.
There's nothing wrong with a more relaxed atmosphere, is there?
Yeah, I have to agree. Albedo, have you figured out your answer? Oh god! Ah!
Of course. We will soon see if my hypothesis has any merit.
Ah, no. Okay, I guess he will be the last one.
Actually, I'm still feeling a little nervous.
Me too.
But weren't you all fired up just a moment ago?
Yeah, you're right. Okay, let's do this.
Actually, I'm a little worried too. Deep breaths. Deep breaths.
I know what you're feeling. Saying anything becomes so much harder when there are so many people watching. Well, does anyone know the exact location of where we're headed, or should I do a reading on my scry glass? According to the prophecy, once we figured out the answer, we should test it at the Lantern of Utmost Joy. Wait, but where is this lantern?
Oh, we know something about that.
Yeah, we already got the clues where it might be, so don't worry about it. Yeah, just the animal god came like a few days ago and gave us the answer where the lamp is, so don't worry about it.
What?
Ah,
Wow, that's amazing. You really know how to do everything under the sun.
Then we'll let you lead the way.
alright then, follow me.
find the sacred location of the Lantern of Utmost Joy.
Oh well. Well, of course I can like reveal the fact that Venti is the animal god, huh? Or animal archon, I should mean. Oh, so it's here. All right, but yeah, if we think we got everything and everything will be resolved, then let's test out our luck here, and that would be it. But at least we are finally having our conclusion to this little story quest that we have. An interesting one, to be honest. Who knew that it would be the one of the most anticipated ones? The last Windblume festival was quite some time ago, and well, even though it didn't present us with many things about it, well, I
According to
guess
the
it.
map, it should be somewhere around here.
Let me take a look. Oh, it should be right up ahead.
Great. So, yeah, I mean, the last, like, Lantern Ride, it was about, like, I mean, Windblume Festival was about what people in Mondstadt normally did around this time around. However, given the fact that we are trying to decipher a story, having people from other, like, um, areas, countries, however you wanna call it, be in another trying to do all this kind of stuff and also interacting was also quite interesting and unique. Like what they have done with other like story quests and events. So here should be the thing. Let's find out what it is.
Aww. I don't see any lanterns here. Now that I think about it, the prophecy didn't say anything about what the Lantern Utmost Joy actually looks like, right? Maybe we've overlooked something?
Traveler, are you trying to figure out something else from the paper?
Yes. Yes, that is it. Okay. Venti said Betty's notes here says we should look up and seek the answer from the sky. So is it the stars or something?
Paimon's reading too. Huh? It says to look up. But there's nothing above us. The wind didn't trick us, did it?
I hope not. Oh, sorry, but there's something outside making noise. Okay, so the sleep also says now you should recite the incantation. Paimon, take a look at this.
Place the squirrel on the back of the pointy-eared cat, and a pious puppy will open the doors to show you the way. Huh. Paimon read the whole thing out loud, but nothing's happening.
Look! Look! The wind is blowing!
What a
Oh,
strong
that
wind
was it.
current. Let's ride it up and see where it leads us.
Huh? We'll have to fly up there? Can someone carry me with them?
Here.
All right, so he's getting carried, huh?
Ah! This is the first time I've ever flown like this!
Haven't you used a wing glider in your life, bro? What? This looks like the thing from or an island when it was the summer thing with from the first time. What's this?
land! Get up here in the sky! Did somebody make it?
Just to be safe, I've been jotting down our entire route here. This way, no one will get lost.
Oh, good thinking, Klee! Huh. Who would have thought we'd find this kind of table here? Weird. It's almost as if someone was holding a tea party.
I never would have guessed that such a place could exist. Right above Mondstadt, too.
Wow, look at that pretty lantern on the table. There's even a chair for each side of the lantern, too.
So that must be the lantern that the prophecy is talking about.
There seems to be something on the back of this chair. Let me have a closer look. Take your seat, present your answers, and you shall reach enlightenment. Well, as far as instructions go, I guess that's simple enough.
So we just need to do as it says, right?
Wait a second.
Huh? What is it, Albedo?
We'd better make sure this place is safe before taking our seats. Everyone, please stay clear for a moment.
I guess it makes sense, because even though...
All our questions and doubts aside, the scenery here is pretty amazing. It'd be impossible to feel stressed here.
Is that so? Well, yeah, and it makes sense because from out of nowhere that thing appeared and then like, we need to take our seats. Well, no thank you. First, let us check the area. Then we'll do what is asked to do.
How is everything, Albedo?
Everything seems to be fine. I didn't find any traps or suspicious mechanisms. But I also couldn't find any overt destructive devices.
Huh? What do you mean?
Well, it seems that wrong answers won't have any catastrophic consequences. Looks like we'll have to sit on these chairs and fulfill the prophecy.
Well, that's quite... that is a relief that we know that if we get the wrong answers, there won't be any sort of punishment if we do. That is really reassuring and relieving too.
Everyone, I would like to suggest that we try some risky answers on our first attempt. Let's reserve our most confident answers for the second round.
That sounds kind of smart. But why?
Ah, I get what he means. If we do as he says, then we may be able to figure out how the puzzle works.
I see. That makes a lot of sense.
Mona, is there something wrong? You're not looking too good.
Oh, are you hungry? I brought some snacks.
Thank you for offering, Klee, but that's not quite it. While Albedo was checking just now, I gave my scryglass a spin hoping to find some information. But there's a strange aura to this place. It's almost as if someone has been staring at me as soon as we stepped foot in here. But if nothing here has actually been physically tampered with, then no. Could that person be?
Oh, it could be Alice. Mona just shivered. Did she sense some kind of great power?
What do you mean, Mona? Who could it be?
Never mind. It's not like I've got any proof.
Don't leave us on the edge like this, Mona.
I'll just do what Albedo said.
Yes, let's test the hypothesis together, Klee.
Come on, join us, Mona.
Oh, all right. Okay, then I'll answer the first question. If someone were to ask me to find a flower that is not of this world...
You can do it, Sucrose.
Then I would fetch a tetragenic sweet flower.
Alright, I'm up next. My part of the prophecy is to find a guide who will never get lost.
Klee, I hope you found your answer.
My answer is that I will be that guide. For a long time, I have been guided by others. It's taken me a while, but I finally made it to where I am today. Although I still haven't made a name for myself, and I'm still quite immature, I would still like to put my name forward. Because I would like to become a guide that can help others. I want to help others the same way Amber, Master Tighnari, Cyno, and everyone else helped me. Now it's my turn to pass on the gift that I've been given.
All right, it's up to me to answer the third part. I'll submit myself as one who would never lie. Although I've never really had any other virtues or talents, I'm confident that I've always been an honest person. I'd like to thank everyone, too, for giving me this opportunity to validate myself.
And last but not least, I will answer the final part of the prophecy. There's no tale more befitting the title of a legend that never ends than our fates as human beings.
Wait! The lantern just lit up! Whoa! All four sides of the lantern are glowing!
Huh?
But all we did was submit a bunch of the test answer. Oh, oh, okay. I don't understand what does that mean, but okay. I mean, I guess that it means that we only did a few like theories that we had. But is it possible that it was everyone like point of view and try to come up with their own answer as well? Because there was Klee and also Albedo that we needed to like give up the answers too. I guess maybe there's something else to do.
Klee, could I ask you to stand up for a second?
Oh, alright.
Huh? What's going on? Why is it lighting up regardless of who's sitting in the chair? Didn't it say we have to answer all the questions correctly?
That's weird, to be honest. Okay. I don't know what to expect, really. I mean, because yeah, it said that they needed to like make the answers correctly. So the questions answer the questions correctly. What could this be?
It's pretty clear now, isn't it? We've just proven that there is no right answer for this prophecy.
No right answer? But how could that be?
Although the instructions had come from an old and enigmatic prophecy, it is in fact nothing like the ancient mechanism that we had all imagined it to be. I believe the lantern only serves as a simple signal.
And to think, I never expected you to actually find this place.
What? There's someone else here?
We meet again, traveler.
Hey! You're that Outlander we met the other day at Good Hunter!
It's all thanks to you that I was able to find this place. Good thing that you were too preoccupied with the prophecy to notice someone tailing you from the shadows.
Oh, is that so? Then, why do I spy yet another person following in your shadow?
Wait, really?
There's no need for pleasantries. You should know I'm here for you.
Is it just because I'm a visitor from abroad?
I was there when you snuck your way into Marjorie's place.
Huh. So you had your eyes on me even then, huh? That was 2 whole weeks ago, you know.
It's hard not to notice you when I'm on duty every day.
All right. In that case, I'll admit it. I was the person who slipped this prophecy into the storybook.
Huh? But why? Then, does that mean this wasn't a real prophecy after all?
Don't worry.
Even though you probably have plenty of reservations about me, you can be sure that the prophecy is genuine. In fact, many of you here today may have heard the code name of the one who left the prophecy to me. She hailed from an ancient assembly of powerful women, each of whom used a single letter to signify themselves.
Who would have guessed? It seems that power was indeed left behind by the old hag after all.
Ah, so you're B's student. It's an honor to meet you. I am Scarlet, the successor of Jay.
Well, what are you talking about?
It's a long story, but I'm not quite sure that I'm the best person to tell it. Since you've all spent so much time and energy trying to decipher this prophecy, you must also be very interested in the secret behind this lantern, no? The lantern has already been lit. Now then, please allow me to disturb your happy peace.
Huh. Why did this little thing just light up? How strange.
Hello? On the other side of the lantern. Can you hear me over there?
Mom?
Oh, I hear many youthful voices.
Madam, I am Scarlet, the successor of Jay.
Oh, since we've last gathered, Jay's successor has already become so reckless and bold. Unbelievable.
Wait. Why are you talking just like the old hag?
Old hag? Who would dare say that? Is that Mona?
Who are you? Who dares imitate my master?
And what of imitation and mimicry? It has always been a fool's errand to mimic and learn from humanity.
Oh, it's Alice. I'm here too.
Mom, why are you trying to talk like other people?
So I see everyone's here. Well then, my warmest greetings, everyone.
Miss Alice, why would you...
Well, it's been many years since this lantern last lit up. You can't blame me for thinking that one of the old friends from my youth may have decided to catch up again.
Why she sounds so coy all of a sudden?
And if I recall correctly, we left this lantern in the care of the Animo Archon Barbados. You must be commended for uncovering an artifact entrusted to the god of wind himself. Tell me, are you sitting around my beloved tea party table?
It's a really long table.
Oh, so you are. I suppose this means even the Animo Archon has granted you entry to this place. Was all of this Scarlet's doing?
Wait. Paimon's completely lost now. So what was this assembly you were talking about earlier?
Oh, Miss Alice, would it be all right to leave the explanation of that to you?
Well, you should be rewarded for making it all the way up here and activating the lantern. Now then, let me tell you a long and ancient story.
Oh, story time.
Ever heard of the Hexenzirkel? As the spooky name suggests, it's a secret society. Once upon a time, it even challenged the Animo Archon himself. But he replied, "Let us make music, not war, and resolve our conflicts through song." From then on, the mages would only ever convene in the woods, in the skies, or on the edges of cliffs. At these tea parties, they discussed their stories and secrets and resolved their differences, as the tea and cakes bore witness to their pledge never to fight amongst themselves.
Yesterday, I snuffed out the life of my beloved. He had grown old and was extremely sick. He loved me dearly, so I took his fate in my hands and ended his pain.
I'm raising a son. Of all the children I had, he's the only one left. But I suppose that still makes me a mother.
My lifespan is nothing compared to yours, so I wish to leave you with my storybook. Actually, maybe you can pass it on to your children one day.
Oh, this looks interesting.
Let me scry. My dear sisters, we mustn't let prophecies threaten our bonds of friendship. Even the most frightening witch was once a little girl, and growing up can be so tough. Sometimes we all need to vent our troubles to the wind. Even if the nations go to war, or the sky falls down, the mages' tea parties shall forever be held around this table.
Alright.
So this is where the legendary mages held their meetings.
That's right. We often met here to chat and have tea.
Then, what about the part saying that if we light the lantern of utmost joy, we'd receive a supreme blessing?
About that. I never expected anyone other than Jay to actually read the full contents of that prophecy. It's a little embarrassing. The truth is, that prophecy was actually just a letter that we sent to Jay as a group the day before her wedding.
So it was indeed written by all of you.
I must thank you for resisting the urge to immediately reveal the truth to everybody, Albedo. Knowing you, you probably figured out everything the moment you laid eyes on the message.
No, it took me a little longer than that.
A flower that is not of this world, a guide who will never get lost, one who would never lie, and a legend that never ends. These 4 descriptions signify 4 individual mages. When a member of the organization had to leave the group to spend the rest of her days with her beloved, the other mages would write down this prophecy and send it to her to invite her for a final get-together. A flower that is not of this world signifies, of course, flowers that do not naturally exist in this world. This is the signature of our full name, Rhindaughter, also known as Gold. If there's anyone in this world who could create a flower species that does not yet exist, it would be her. The guide who will never get lost is N, otherwise known as Nicole. You may not have encountered her yet, but she is a truly extraordinary woman who has made this world's direction and order her subject of study. Some of you may be fortunate enough to have already heard her voice. Like a prophetess, she will only speak to guide people toward the truth when a change has occurred in the world. She has a tendency to suddenly speak in someone's mind without any warning.
So, oh, well, that makes sense that she may have connected with us when after we did the wonders, like, well, the Archon quest for the wonder, I mean. Although I thought that here I thought that Nahida would be that kind of person, then there is this kind of mage. Great, a prophecist. Wait, could she have been the one who spoke to me after we were investigating the Wanderer?
If one day you would be unfortunate enough to run into a truly dangerous situation, she may use her voice to guide the way forward for you.
Who would have guessed that there are so many mysterious women in this world, and that they would all know each other?
The one who would never lie is me. I hope no one would take offense. It's just that I, Alice, or A for short, have always had a soft spot for those with sincerity and candor. As for a legend that never ends, you may not know M in person, but you've likely encountered one of her works. Have any of you ever read The Boar Princess?
Huh? I'm pretty sure every child in Mondstadt has read that book.
It's also one of my favorite stories. M was an exceptional human writer who used her prose to teach me the meaning of grief. Don't you think such a person would deserve a seat at the mage's table?
Paimon's getting more and more lost.
It may sound hard to believe, but I can attest to everything that Alice has said. Jay was also a mortal who aged and passed on, leaving her title to her students and followers. Alice, you've never acknowledged any of Jay's successors. It's now been centuries since the first of us took on her mantle. I've always wanted to meet you.
Do you also want to become a mage?
Title aside, I think I'm more interested in the meaning and purpose of the Hexen Circle. I used to think that the Hexen Circle was a group of women who could control the very fate of this world. But now, I've seen for myself that besides Jay, many other ordinary people were also among you.
Do you think less of us now?
No, not at all. My interest has been piqued, and I'm now even more drawn towards the idea of becoming a mage.
You're right. I've never acknowledged any of Jay's successors, but you are different. You are much more fascinating than any of your predecessors.
Oh, has someone finally piqued Aunt Alice's interest?
Now is not a good time, Scarlet, but as soon as I am able, I will seek you out for a meeting. I want you to tell me all about Jay's married life back in her hometown.
So the mage who received the prophecy letter from all of you was Jay? She left the Hexen Circle after getting married?
Precisely. There was only one way the letter could have been interpreted. She would have known what we meant as soon as she saw the message. We were just asking one thing of her. Please come to see us again. Before you go and settle forever with your happiness, please come share some of it with your best friends and sisters.
So, the Supreme Blessing actually meant...
All journeys are fleeting and will eventually come to an end. What will give us the most fulfillment and happiness in the end are those who will greet us at our journey's destination. Dear child, I believe you can also understand what I am talking about. We women will always have many troubles and encounter pains and frustrations that will keep us up at night. But no matter how hard things may become, we will cross mountains and oceans to see our best friends again, regardless of how many years have passed or how far the distance may be. As long as we can be with our beloved friends, our hearts will be filled with joy. To us mages, that's what being supremely blessed is all about.
Oh.
I still don't get it, but I do know that all the mages are Mom's best friends.
If you ask how I see it, the Hexen Circle is just a group of ladies that I spent my youth with. Anyway, I'll introduce some of the other members to you all later. I still have a few things to attend to, so this will have to do for today.
Bye, Mom. Todoko says bye, too.
Goodbye, darling, and farewell to all of our other friends as well. I'm sure we'll see each other again. Oh, now that I think of it, isn't it getting close to that time of year?
Yes, it's Windblume again, Alice.
It's also a special anniversary date. I'm sure you still remember.
Yes, I do remember now. It was on this day many, many years ago that Jay tied the knot. Ah, just in time for the Festival of Love and Freedom. Everyone, please enjoy this year's Windblume Festival to the fullest.
All right, so we have to do more read. Okay, Alice's voice fades and the lantern grows dim. It is once again just a regular piece of decor. All right, for a moment, everyone looks lost in thought, but soon, chatter begins to fill the space again. Before long, everyone spreads their gliders to return to Mondstadt. Okay, a few inches later.
Albedo! Why didn't you tell me we'd have to glide all the way back down?
Was it not obvious? Was it not obvious, Timaeus? Really? Like, seriously, you didn't expect that? But, yeah, okay. So, that was a bunch of waste of our time. But I guess that at least we got a few, like, we got... I don't know. I guess that it was at the very last waste of our time. well, I guess that not everything was like useless, but I was expecting something else. I don't know, but we are here, and let's see what the other characters have to say.
Oh.
Are you okay, Timaeus? Maybe you'd feel better if you just, let it out.
I'm fine, I'm fine. I'm just a little glider sick, that's all.
You may want to look into getting your own gliding license when you have the time. It might prove helpful to you.
Okay. Sure thing.
It sounds like you've still got something on your mind. Why don't you tell us? We're all happy to listen.
It's nothing, really. It's just, well, Alice's story was really interesting and romantic. I won't argue about that. But still, the whole thing wasn't quite what I was hoping for. Of course, I
know,
didn't
right?
actually expect the supreme blessing to be real, but...
Okay. I mean, I was expecting a little more, but like something a little more mystical, like something different. But no, it wasn't. I mean, it is kind of disappointing to think about this, but and again, I did feel that like I just wasted my time. Like thinking about the riddle, thinking about going for asking to other characters and everything else. I guess it was a little trip to like maybe make Holly a little more out of her shell, like trying to be a bit different, not like slightly, not all that way, but trying to like I don't know how to explain it, but like what Zuko said, like try to be a little more happy, to be I don't know, more confident, more. I really don't know how to say. I mean, her personality is fine and everything, but like I don't know. I really don't know what I was expecting, to be honest. But after watching this, I really feel underwhelmed by by now.
Don't say that. None of this was your fault, Timaeus. Honestly, it's more on me for having agreed to be the Windblume Festival special ambassador. Had I not asked for everyone's help...
If anything, it should be my fault for finding that prophecy.
Oh, no, I didn't mean to blame the two of you either. I just feel like this whole adventure didn't really end on a high note, and we also didn't really get anything out of it.
But I'd say we still learned something new.
Well, that aside, Timaeus, you still need to go to Liyue to apologize to Yingar, right? Do you want Kale and I to accompany you?
Oh, Miss Yingar. Well, I mean, I just really don't want her to get mad at me. Now that I've come back to my senses, I really don't know what I should do.
Hey, you three? You may want to look over there.
Huh?
Oh, she really came.
Miss Yingar?
Oh, so that's Miss Yingar? I've never met her before.
Yep, that's her. And she actually came all the way to Mondstadt.
I am so sorry, Miss Yingar, but how did you... I mean...
Are you so happy just to see me?
Of course I am. I'm so happy that, I don't, sorry, I don't know what to say.
I was ready to give you a harsh scolding, but now that I've seen you like this, I suppose I could let you off the hook this time.
You said you couldn't come to pick me up because of a very important matter, right? Well then, of course I had to come and find you instead.
Should we go see how they're doing?
Oh, I wouldn't. You'll get hit by a forest boar if you interrupt a couple's romantic conversation.
Oh, really? We'll just leave them alone then.
Okay, more Wreath. They look quite happy. Maybe that's what Windblume's all about. Maybe they. Is there going to be a final cutscene before all of this ends, or is this going to end like this? Huh. Okay. Come
I'm so
on.
glad to see Timaeus find his happiness.
I couldn't read. But whatever. I guess it wasn't something important after all. But sure, let's continue.
I have to say, I'm even more envious of you, Sucrose. You can be happy just to see others happy, and you gave me so much help without any expectations in return. Even though you said that we're very much alike, I still feel like you have a much bigger heart than I do.
But if you say that, then I'd say I'm also nowhere near as brave or tenacious as you. I guess we have the same amount of positive qualities. They're just spread over different parts of our personalities. I've never visited Sumeru, or made many friends from outside of Mondstadt. I'm happy just to have met and become your friend. Maybe I'll get shy and flustered when I meet other people I don't know in the future. But that's okay too. Since we are so alike, you probably get what I'm trying to say. You just need to believe that all of your issues aren't really issues at all.
But isn't it too late now for me to learn to accept myself?
I mean, not really. You still have a long way to go, Chloe.
Well... Do you know anything about the blooming cycles of Cecilius?
I may have read about that in a book before.
That's a topic that my parents used to talk about back when they were still dating. Surprising, right? To think that people would talk about that while on a date. My mom brought it up at dinner one time last month. She called my dad the most boring man she knew, and said that he even turned up late to a date once, all with a smile on her face. But she also said that learning is just another part of life. It's never too late to start something, as long as you recognize that it's something good for you to do. Why don't you give it a try, Klee?
Okay, I'll try my best.
They're really having a great conversation. Paimon can't even find a moment to join in.
Yes, I agree. They're having a really good time there. Well, isn't it great that they are getting along so well? I do say it is quite nice. I mean, this was something nice about the story quest after all. Seeing other characters again, seeing other characters from other places, especially through two introverts that they have become like really great friends. It's actually quite unique, to be honest, and nice too. That's the only thing that I can like highlight from this quest. That and also that other characters from the other regions have come to visit Mondstadt in a really special occasion, to be honest.
I nearly forgot. This is for you.
This texture. Are these seeds?
Yep. I believe I mentioned my sweet flower research to you before. These are the seeds of the sweet flower cultivars that I've worked on. It's nothing too special, but they're the best cultivars that I've made. So, I really hope that you'll like them. They're super sweet and easy to grow and keep. I'm also submitting them as my Windblooms for this year. I wish that the Animo Archon could also see how lovely they are.
Thank you. I'll plant them in the Avidia forest and take good care of them.
Klee, please take these notes with you. I've heard that you've been working hard on your studies, so I've prepared some study materials for you at Sucrose's request. Feel free to look through them whenever you can find the time. Mondstadt's doors will always remain open to you.
Thank you so much. Really, I don't know what to say. I'm just really happy.
Ah, Sucrose, now's your chance. Didn't you want to collect a breath of joy?
Of course, I'm on deck. Like, now is your time. Take the chance, bro. But wow. No, okay, now I am getting like on the 1 point. This is quite nice too.
You're right. I almost forgot. Klee, can you exhale once into this test tube? I will save this breath of joy and use it in my research.
Oh, really? May I?
Of course.
And also, the interaction, the one thing that really made this story quest this interesting, was these interactions. I want to make myself clear. These interactions between Sucrose and Klee were the best ones about this. That, and also that Tighnari, Albedo, and also Zaino were also having a good time in the first story quest. Okay, let me read. Klee excels into Sucrose's test, and the fluid turns a deep violet. Violet? Okay, a small, sparking cloud pops out of the test tube and rises into the air like a marshmallow before it's taken away by the wind. Okay, why was it taken out by the wind?
Huh? What was that?
It was like a little cloud of happiness, and now it flew away.
Oh, there it is. Okay, so yeah, that's the cloud.
Well, luckily, there's still some breath left in the test tube. I'll seal it up for now. I'll keep working on it and let you know as soon as I have any breakthroughs in my research.
Yeah, you can write to me. I'll be sure to respond as soon as I receive your letter.
Oh, it looks like you found a new pen pal.
Master Tighnari! Cyno!
If your friendship was forged in a test tube, does that make you test friends forever?
That's it. I think you've ruined Sierra's reputation in Mondstadt beyond all hope of repair.
That's not true, bro. It's not that. Just the fact that one person is trying to do this kind of jokes, bro. Okay, that was a good one, to be honest. And then his reaction. But don't say that.
All that matters is that I've enjoyed Mondstadt immensely. The dragon here possesses a majestic form.
Oh, that reminds me. Traveler, this card back is for you.
Whoa. Whoa. For me? Oh, Albedo, you shouldn't have to.
Cyno wanted you to have one for yourself. If I had to guess, I'd say he probably wants you to use it if you challenge him to a duel.
Oh. Oh no. Well, I guess that makes sense because I did tell him about the TCG thing.
I'm a master of the game. Do you dare challenge me?
Can you believe this guy? Huh. Let's knock him off his high horse.
I guess we have no other choice. Let us duel.
Wait! I've got something to give you, too.
Huh? Klee has a gift for us?
Yeah! I figured I should follow local Mondstadt customs and prepared a few small things themed after the Windblume festival.
Oh, oh, it is a lily flower, is it? No, it is. It's a violet. I mean, yeah, it's a summer flowers, summer violet or something like that. I can't remember, but yeah, it looks quite nice to be honest. Ah, she should be a craftswoman herself.
I made these bookmarks from Sumeru roses at the hotel. I want to give them to Amber, Master Tainari, and Sino. During Windblume, Mondstadters offer flowers to the people most important to them. You three are family to me.
But Tainari said that we're not anything like an academic family. He wouldn't write joint papers with us.
Well, in this case, we can consider ourselves as regular siblings. And that should be just fine.
I agree. Oh, and here are some Padisara seeds as well. These are for the Traveler, Paimon, and everyone else from Mondstadt.
Whoa, are these really for us?
Ooh, well, I really appreciate it, and really, thank you for this.
So, are these your chosen Windblooms?
Mm-hmm, one of them. Both Padisauras and Sumeru roses are my Windblooms. Although they're not native to Mondstadt, they are the flowers that can best express my feelings. I want to give them to the people I feel thankful for. To those who I wish to accompany as we greet more seasons and future Windblooms together. The real blessing in life is when you are surrounded by people who you'd miss day and night, and who you'd want to see even if that meant crossing mountains and oceans to do so.
I'm so happy to hear you say that.
Sucrose, do you see that cloud over there?
Huh?
Doesn't it look just like your test tube?
Oh. Well, alright then.
Did you hear what happened? It's the
Well. I guess that there are the well that's the end of it. Okay. That's Albedo. Or is it now? No, I think it is. Who else is here? Well, whatever. Okay, so this is going to wrap up this video. So this was one whole story quest in one video then. Well, part of the story quest. So, thank you so much for watching. I hope that all of you enjoyed this video, and if you did, leave a like and comment down below. Were you expecting a little more about the about the outcome of this story quest? Because I sure was expecting a little more, but I guess after everything that happened, I kept my expectations a little too high. At first, I kept them too low. Now high. But whatever. This is the end of the story quest, and well, that's it. Well, again, thank you so much for watching, and please subscribe to this channel so you can see more content like this in the future in my channel. And also, did you enjoy, like, as much as I did, the interactions between Sucrose and also Klee? And if you did, also please let me know in the comments. And thank you all so much for watching again.
Be safe.
I was.
May the god of animal protect you and your loved ones.
Don't watch. Don't. Okay. No. Where should I? Well, yeah, this was Game Miracle, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.